I don't know how you feel about it, but I really like doing the Elon Musk tweets each day. And I'm going to try to get back to doing that. Some days I might not have the time, but I'll try to do it as often as I possibly can. So anyway, let's take a look at what those tweets were today. We'll start with the libs of TikTok. She says that Meta and Google spent nearly $1 million lobbying to fight an online child safety bill. Meanwhile, X is opening a new office specifically to fight child sexual abuse material. Guess which one the left convinced advertisers like Disney to leave? To which Elon replies, yeah, but why does this boycott continue? He says, in sharp contrast, X supports child safety bills. He says, you can post your pictures on X. We care and do far more to fight child exploitation than any other platform by far. So anyway, that's the very first set of tweets today from Elon. The New York Times has an article today. The headline is, "The Racial Bias Built into Photography." And Elon says, the new woke Times is truly unreadable. I didn't read the article, didn't want to be bothered to do that. I can kind of already figure out ahead of time exactly what it's going to say, and it would just anger me and ruin my afternoon. Elon reposted this from reposted this from Starlink. That's what it is. My computer changed Starlink into Starling. Anyway, Starlink is now across more than 17,000 islands in Indonesia. Starlink's high-speed, low-latency internet is available in all of Indonesia. Bringing connectivity to remote communities radically improves access to education and economic opportunities, says Elon in the repost. And that's certainly true. Talked about this morning. If you didn't see my video after the bell this morning, we talked about this in a little more detail. It's so obvious that if you have access to the internet, it's going to improve your chances. And certainly if you're a third worlder and you want to learn about things, how to make things, how to build things, how to even speak English or speak another foreign language, become more proficient at communicating in your own language. All those things are available on the internet, may not be available to you in your neighborhood. All right, this is from Eva Fox. She says, nice baby. The launch rehearsal for Flight 4 is complete. I know from other sources that means I think it was from, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're about 2 weeks away, maybe, from the actual launch. And then Elon Musk says, he sings, he doesn't sing, but he puts little notes around it. He says, "You're as cold as ice" from the song. And then he goes, actually, much colder. Ice is nothing. And AJ responds to that saying, unfortunately, only people that understand temperature scales will find this funny. And then Elon responds, yeah, kind of a niche audience. Yeah, I guess so. But come on now, AJ, you're not giving people enough credit, even though he uses a laughing out loud emoji, to go with that. Anyway, then Tesla owners of San Fernando Valley say, and by the way, that if you want to find them on X, it's Tesla owners SV, walking into the future. He says they hope that the rocket garden can open up again one day. And Elon responds, he doesn't say, yes, we're going to, but that's implied. We plan to move the display rockets closer to the road and then include measures to prevent exposure to harmful content. Well, seems like those are both good things to do. I haven't been down there. That would be a great trip, I think, to take at some point. Okay, then Elon reposted this one from Dima Zeniuk, Zeniuk. And so that's how it is, Dima, D-I-M-A, or Dima, I guess Dima. Anyway, I would encourage everyone in the room to look at the cost of solar power that has dropped dramatically over the years. The cost of solar power today is extremely low. The cost of batteries to store the energy has also dropped dramatically. And that was actually Elon Musk being quoted in that particular one, and Elon then reposted that. So then we've got Farziness saying, I think, if I can understand my own thing here right, that Elon Musk reveals a plan to solve world's water problem. And then he gives a complete edit of the entire speech at the 10th World Water Forum. So you could look that up, just look up 10th World Water Forum, and you could watch that entire video. Okay, and by the way, Elon's been talking about this for a while. What he says is that the cost now, the big cost of desalination is only the electricity that needs to be provided. Now, there is a slurry problem in terms of what do you do with the slurry after you've taken the pure water out of the sand, the salt, and other chemicals that end up. So now there are opportunities that I've been reading about. I've even posted some of these in some of these videos. There are now ways to take that slurry and potentially get some of the minerals out of the slurry. Potential. All right. I don't know whether Elon spoke to both of those. I have not watched the video. So this is from Gurgavin, Gurgavin, or Gurgavin. He says, I recently tried In-N-Out for the first time ever. I guess he must not live around here. He says he was with Holmar's blog when this happened. He says the food was mid and the fries were bad. The shake was good, though. Overall, his rating is highly overrated. Holmar's blog, he responds saying, I feel sorry for those who don't like In-N-Out. I don't think you have to be from the West Coast to understand it. You have to know the feeling of being dead after some party or some road trip and seeing that beautiful sign on the highway and knowing you can get a delicious meal for under $5. Not anymore, I don't think, or even an In-N-Out shirt if you need one. It's fast food that's fresh, never frozen, always good. If you don't like the In-N-Out, you're not a serious person. I question the intelligence of taste of anyone who doesn't love it. By the way, nobody says the fries are the best. McDonald's definitely has the best fries, but the hamburgers, yeah, they're probably right up there. Elon responds, I like to see the burgers being made. My guess is that he's imagining Optimus taking over that responsibility. Then we have this from Tesla. We have put forward 2 especially important proposals for our annual meeting of stockholders. We need your vote. Protect your rights as stockholders and protect the value of your investment by voting for the ratification of the 2018 CEO Performance Award and for reincorporating Tesla in Texas. And then Elon responds, the team did this on their own. He didn't ask them to do it. Or in other words, I, meaning he. Anyway, you get it. Sawyer Merritt says, breaking! Tesla's FSD supervised version 12.4 has started to roll out to employees, and it has no steering wheel NAG, according to Not a Tesla app. When enabled, the driver monitoring system now primarily relies on the cabin camera to determine driver attentiveness. Elon says it should be rare after the 12.4 rollout. We have to sync up vehicle software, way too many hardware variants, with FSD. So that'll be the main reason that causes me to start using FSD full time. This is from Tesla owners of San Fernando Valley again. Cybertruck looks like the future, and Elon says the future should look like the future. Elon reposted this from the Rubin report. This is pretty funny. Pretty much every sane person right now, so that's Rubin saying, here's a meme. He points to the meme. Pretty much every sane person right now could agree with this meme. Aren't you a right-wing extremist? Says one character to the other. And then that character responds back, nope, just a Democrat from 12 years ago. And Elon was laughing with tears streaming down both eyes at this meme. This is another meme, second meme. All right. The first character is interviewing possible job applicants. The interviewer says, is the glass half empty or half full? The recruit says, it's completely full. And then back to the first character says, you're hired. And then the scene pulls back to reveal that the company is Lay's. Gail Alfer who goes by Gail Alfer ATX, says night flights into ATX, that would be Austin, Texas International, will be awesome, she says. And Elon says, yeah. And the roof, this is because people will be flying in over the factory and they'll be able to see the whole factory layout and everything. He says, and the roof will be fully covered by solar except for the word Tesla, which will be gently outlined in light. So you can see it at night from airliners coming into Austin. Kind of reminds me of what we've done in Los Angeles, LAX with the Rams Stadium, having that same kind of effort, although not with solar panels. And then let's see. Sorry, I duplicated that one. Elon says that the Grok newsfeed in fun mode is awesome. And so I haven't taken a look at that yet. Let me know in the comments below if you have and if you agree with them. All right, from Mario Nothal. You know, Mario's the guy that covers like all the international news and some local politics. And he's always, everything he ever puts out says, you know, breaking, even though, yeah, well, anyway, most of the time it is. Anyway, Mario Nothal quoted Elon from the water conference. And Elon says, I'm optimistic for the future. I'm quite optimistic about the future. We should never be complacent. I do think that if we are not complacent and entitled, the future will be great for the world. I think we're headed towards a bright future overall. Then he goes on to that cost of solar power again, which I mentioned again this morning, being down, dropping dramatically as has been predicted. If you look at the cost of solar power, 5 or 10 years ago, it would seem cost prohibitive, and the cost of battery storage has dropped by 5 to 10%, or no, by a factor of 10 in the past 5 years. The studies that were done in times past, when batteries were very expensive and solar power was very expensive, are no longer applicable. I would encourage everyone to take another look at the cost of solar and batteries. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Elon agreed with himself on both of these when he reposted them by saying things like yes and uh-huh. All right. This is from Etten. Oh man, I don't know. Etting, Etting, Mentum, Germentum or Ermentum. Anyway, I don't know. This says George W. Bush is currently younger than both the current presidential candidates, to which Elon Musk said, wow. This is Sawyer Merritt says, Elon confirms that part of the Giga Texas extension will contain a super dense, water-cooled supercomputer cluster, and the roof will be fully covered. We just talked about that. And then the very last one here, and then we're done, is he's referring to libs of TikTok again. So he started with libs of TikTok. We're ending with libs of TikTok. And he replies to them and he says, Nancy Pelosi also recently claimed that the election was stolen when she was at the Oxford debate with a banjo player from Mumford. He says, truth is stranger and funnier than fiction. This has been Randy Kirk. Please hit like, subscribe, notify. I will put up a card right here for the Brian White video that we did just a little while ago. And upcoming, of course, will be Good News Monday. And I'm sure there must be some. Don't you think so? Okay, we'll see you. That'll probably come out about 5 o'clock. Let me know in the comments below if you like this Twitter rundown each day, because it's a lot of work. You have no idea how much work this is. And if you don't like it, I ain't going to do it. That's all there is to it. Would love to have you buy some Cybertruck bottle openers, and would love to have you join Patreon. And there you go. I'm done for now, and it's been great talking to you.